This video is going to demonstrate the polar array command in AutoCAD. Two different ways we can find the polar array. I can come to the Home panel and click on the down arrow on the array command, and I can find polar array. Or I can come down to the command line and type AR, and that will also get to the array command. Now it's just a matter of following the instructions. Select object. So I select a circle, enter. It now asks me which type of array do I want. I want a polar array, so if polar is not in the brackets, I'm going to type PO for polar and enter. The next one asks me for a center point. Now I want the center point to be my bottom quadrant. If quadrant is not active with the OSnap, we need to go turn that on. So I'm going to right click on OSnap down here and go to settings, and I can make sure quadrant is turned on. Let's exit out of that, click OK. So now I'm back to my center point of my array. I'm going to click the quadrant. Now it brings me into this panel at the top, and I can adjust this. I like 12 for this array pattern. And I'm going to keep my fill at 360, and I just have to hit enter to stop the command. One thing I want you to notice with the new array command in AutoCAD is that once it completes the array, if I want to go back and edit that, I can just click on it and I can type in a new number here, and it is still active in the array command. Also notice that that array command is all tied together. Now if I need to come in here and trim part of this out, I cannot do that with it being tied together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the explode command and explode this array pattern. So I'm going to click on the explode, click on the array pattern, and enter. Now notice I'm back to my individual circles. That allows me to come in with the trim command and trim out what I don't want on the inside. So if I needed to delete something on the inside, I can do that. Let's go and look at some other options in the array command. So I'm going to go AR again, select objects, here's my circle again, enter. Polar for my type again. Now the base point, instead of clicking on the bottom quadrant, I'm going to come straight down a little ways and click that as my center point. Now it doesn't look like much here, but let's change our number of items to 30, and let's change our angle of fill to 180. And enter, and now I have produced a nice looking slinky. And I can enter and go ahead and set that in place. To make this kind of look kind of fun, I'm going to use the hatch pattern, and let's use a gradient hatch, and let's just go in here and put in a few hatch patterns to make this look kind of fun. There we go. So we can do a lot of fun things with the array command. So let's come over here and look at this wheel that I have started, and let's see if we can do a couple of arrays in here. AR for array again, enter. Select objects. I'm going to select the diamond shape up here, enter. Polar array again, PO for polar, enter. Base point, so this is the center of my array. I want the center of the circle. Again, if center isn't coming up, maybe you need to go set it up in your OSnap. So I'm going to select on the center. Now it asks me for my number of items. So it always defaults to 6, it looks like. So I'm going to increase this to maybe 45. See how I like that? Let's keep going to 50 and maybe 60. I like 60. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to hit enter, and I have that array pattern in. Last thing I want to do is array my spokes right here. So let's do one more AR for array. Select the objects. Got to make sure I get in here and get all of the things I want to array. Enter. PO for polar again. Base point is the center of my wheel. Make sure you get the center, otherwise it will be off a little bit. So I click on center. It's set to 6. Let's try 10. I like the way 10 looks, so I'm going to keep that, enter, and now I can continue on with my wheel assignment.